So I'm here today with Mark Glover, MG, as he's known. And we used to work together, didn't we, in this very building where we're sitting today. And you worked for me, actually, and at the time you had quite severe anxiety, didn't you? And what I'm interested in today is really about to talk about how that emerged and how it was for both of us being in that situation. You know, me as your manager and you having to deal with what you were dealing with and work at the same time.
I'd also suffered with anxiety a little bit, and I'd always sort of had it on the back burner and always sort of managed to manage it. And then I had a sort of a life incident. My marriage broke up, and it basically overwhelmed me. I wasn't I didn't know how to deal with it. I suppose I was expecting it, but the intensity of that emotion really sort of quashed me. And working with you, it was tough. You weren't.
I know.
I enjoyed working for you.
Yeah.
And but everything sort of became a bit too much.
Because we'd also promoted you, hadn't we?
At the time.
Just at the time when
So
all of this
sort of
happened. Exactly.
Together. Everything sort of happened at once. And I couldn't really deal with what was happening at home. I couldn't deal with the promotion of what was expected of me. And that snowballed and snowballed and snowballed till I wasn't coming in.
I remember that.
And then I used to have
and
to
I remember
from home.
I know, because we had this agreement about you working from home, and then we had an agreement that you'd come in on certain days. And I remember one day you just didn't show up and didn't email, and I remember being annoyed. And looking back, I think, why did you not understand what was going on? But I didn't have the education that I have now.
Sure.
And so for me, it was like, well, we've come to this agreement. I'm being really lovely. I'm giving you your rope, and yet you're still. And it didn't really land with me that you were ill, and that was what was going on, wasn't
and
it?
I think, we were sort of mates.
We
weren't
were,
we, at the time?
exactly.
Prior, if you like, to that incident, we used to, and it worked well. We worked very well together. We were a good team, and we produced good stuff, didn't we?
We did.
Then that sort of matiness perhaps got in the way too much, and at the time you were also having...
I was also going through my own issues, wasn't I? Because I have, wasn't like you, but I have anxiety too. And mine first started when I was living in Australia, and I was having awful issues in my marriage, and I was living away from home and all the rest of it. And then it reoccurred when I was going through a relationship issue. And it was just at the time. So it's quite interesting, isn't it? Because when you're dealing with your manager, you tend to think your manager has all the answers, and they're absolutely correct in what they're doing. But actually, they've got their own stuff going on some of the time, haven't they? And they can't be as effective as perhaps they would like to be.
When you're in that situation, when you're in the depths of whatever if depression, I think it turned into me.
Was it? Do you think it became depression?
Yeah, it's because the anxiety is the anxiety of a panic attack on the tube, or a nervousness or something. Depression is the sort of the byproduct of it's the kind of I can't deal with this anymore. Just the complete. I think the factors that you mentioned in your courses and stuff. Just no energy.
No.
Can't be bothered. What's the point? That came up a lot. What is the point? Because if I haven't got a marriage, which is my template of life, I haven't got then what's the point coming to work? I wonder if, as managers, as senior people, as top of organisations, someone comes and says, I've got anxiety, do they go, oh, bloody hell, this is really going to affect stuff?
Yeah.
Is that... What's the reality? I don't know, you know better than me.
No, I think this is part of the problem, isn't it? And the other thing is, when you're a human being, but you've also got work that needs to get done. And as a manager, that's a constant concern, isn't it? You've got someone in front of you that you're empathising with, and you're a human being, but equally, you've got a job to do. And that's one of the things that I think the managers that I train really, really struggle with. In
the new year, start a job full time, which is kind of remote, working from home, flexible boss who I initially early on said, look, this is my situation, and I don't feel embarrassed about it. Ultimately, you look back and it helped, and I don't regret it, and in some ways I'm pleased it happened, because I've never been happier or content with it.